Society own a building in Douglas, and we've had that since the 1950s. And over time, it's needed repair and renovation work. So we decided that instead of just renovating exactly as we were, we would actually move the layout of the building around. We were using sort of the middle floor of the building as our drop-in centre and club room. So we've actually put that on the ground floor, but that's enabled us then to put in a ramp at the back, rear parking with disabled access, a whole host of changes to try and make the building more accessible so people can come and find us. Because we are in some ways a bit of a sort of hidden secret amongst charities, in the same way that deafness can be a bit of a hidden disability. So not that many people know about us. So, we're trying to get the word out, hence the open day on Saturday when we're throwing the doors open and people are more than welcome to come along, have a look, find where we are, have a look around, see what we do, what equipment we can provide and so on, and have a chat about the different services we provide as well.
Well, if we touch on that idea of it being quite a hidden disability, how underserved is the deaf community, or how big is the deaf community on the island?
The statistics are about 1 in 6 of the population have some degree of hearing loss. And actually, even just having a small level of hearing loss can actually have a huge impact on your day-to-day life, because the sort of levels that you hear speech at are actually quite low, those volume decibels. So if you have sort of moderate hearing loss, mild to moderate, it can actually impact you following conversation. You can find yourself struggling a bit more. You find yourself missing out on bits. It might also impact at home. Quite often there is a bit of an argument between how loud the television should be, because one person wants it up and the other one is saying, no, that's just too loud. So within, about 1 in 6, so if we said somewhere between 10 and 15,000 of the population. We also have a small group of sign language users here. Those are people who don't have English as a first language. Their first language is sign language, which is a language in its own right. They will spend a lot of their time lip reading and trying to follow conversation and be included that way.
And that's something you work to help people with?
It is. I trained as a lip reading teacher. I used to be a primary school teacher, but I've retrained as a lip reading teacher, and that's one of the things that society now offers. We run lip reading classes in Ramsey and Peel and Douglas. The Douglas ones are now from our own premises, so that's a great opportunity for people to come and find where we are and have a look at us.
It certainly sounds like there's lots going on, and obviously there is the community there that requires lip reading and I suppose sign as well. How underserved, though, touching on that, is the community? And you mentioned that you don't think the Manx Deaf Society is necessarily that well known about.
No, we're not. We were set up initially to support the deaf sign language users, but over recent years that has evolved to look to support anyone with hearing loss. So we now have the tinnitus support group using us as a base. We're also looking at setting up a hard of hearing club. The first meeting of that will hopefully be in February. We are looking at possibly setting up groups for other hearing related issues, for example cochlear implant users and also Meniere's disorder sufferers. I have Meniere's. It has affected me quite significantly in the past. It's taken a bit of a back seat at the moment, but I'm still left with some of the side effects and having to be sort of aware of what I'm doing. And sometimes it's nice just to get together with other people who go, yeah, I know what you mean.
So for this Saturday then, what's your sort of message going out for people that might be interested or know somebody that it could benefit?
The main thing that we get told, or that certainly that I get told by a lot of people, is, oh no, I'm not that deaf. If you're noticing that you have any sort of hearing loss, then actually you are that deaf, and there might be things that we can do to help, or equipment that we can demonstrate to you and let you borrow at home to try out to see if that would help you. So Saturday is really about come along, find out where we are, find out who we are, and find out if there's anything that we might be able to do for you, a family member, or possibly even at work, because there are lots of solutions out there for enabling people to continue with their jobs that sometimes they're not that aware of.
And you open most days?
Oh, it's a bit hit and miss when we're open. The most definite ones are we run a drop-in session on a Friday afternoon from 12:30 till 2 and a Saturday from 4 till 5:30. Any other time, I'm often there, but I'm usually doing sort of admin office work. So if someone was to email me at iomdeafsociety@gmail.com or to give me a call or text me on 202 875, that will come through to me, and I usually try and make myself available for people.